it all comes down to this game here at the TNA Stadium. It's match day 31 of the Ghana Premier League. Medeama, who are occupying the first spot, are coming up against GoldStars, who are second. And whoever wins this game could edge closer to winning the Ghana Premier League. It's one of the most important games in the league this season. For weeks, we've been debating about who would end up winning the league. We've not really had a clear winner, but this time it is a big one. Whoever goes on to win this game could potentially end up winning the title. The weather here, very conducive for association football, 33 degrees Celsius in Takwa. It's a bit cloudy, but very, very hot as well. Both teams are currently warming up and are ready to do battle. My name is Mutala Yakubu. This is the Ghana Premier League on TV3 on React.
Let's cherish our own. Women's Premier League is back again. And the day what dog can one, and EJ can one, the ration one, the day what dog can one, and EJ can one, the ration one, since the days of Baba Yara, we've been there. The Ghana Premier League is back again. Since the days of Shamokwe, we've been there. The Division 1 League is back again. Since the days of Abeta Saki, we've been there. Women's Premier League is back again. Since the days of Asamoah John, we've been there. We've been there. Ghana Premier League. Since the days of Ishmaelado, we've been there, Division 1 League is back again. So this is our own, let's cherish our own. Ghana Premier League is back again. This is our own, let's cherish our own. Ghana Premier League is back again. This is our own, let's cherish our own. Women's Premier League is back again. Since the days of Emmanuel Clotte, we've been there, we've been there. Division 1 League is back again. Since the days of Abedi Pele, we've been there, we've been there. Ghana Premier League is back again. And the days of Ebo Smith, we've been there. Ghana Premier League is back again. Division 1 League is back again. Division 1 League is back again. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. It's back again. Women's Premier League is back again. I say Women's Premier League is back again. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Hey. This is our own. Let's cherish our own. Ghana Premier League is back again. I say this is our own. Let's cherish our own. Division 1 League is back again. This is our own. Let's cherish our own. Ghana Premier League is back again. This is our own. Let's cherish our own. Women's Premier League is back again. And the day what dog can one, and EJ can one, the ration one, the day what dog can one, and EJ can one, the ration one, since the days of Baba Yara, we've been there. The Ghana Premier League is back again. Since the days of Shamokwe, we've been there. Division 1 League is back again. Since the days of Abeta Saki, we've been there. Women's Premier League is back again. Since the days of Asamoah John, let's cherish our own. Ghana Premier League is back again. This is our home, let's cherish our own. Ghana Premier League is back again. This is our own, let's cherish our own. Women's Premier League is back again. Since the days of Emmanuel Clotte, we've been there, we've been there. Division 1 League is back again. Since the days of Abedi Pele, we've been there, we've been there. Ghana Premier League is back again. And the days of Ebo Smith, we've been there. Ghana Premier.
the difficulty of Jacob and Yusuf Mubari create problem for them, create chances for Attack Kubi to pick his excellent work and be able to score. That is why he's placed. You realize that they are playing two top. He will be playing as the man working and playing behind Attack Kubi. That's the reason why. Now Kunto and Justice Atta is one physical presence, aggression, strength, and Justice Atta's ability to move the ball from the middle and direct passes with intelligence and precision. That is the reason why that change will be done by Godwin.
Of course, and this is Medeama GoldStars and how they also made their way to the TNA Stadium. They also have a full house. Changes have been made by their head coach, Fritz, who is not available today. So we have the likes of being in here, and NS Autry as well. It looks like NS Autry is the one dictating our first today because he granted the pre-match interview talking about how determined they are. So they are also coming with a former Medeama captain in Vincent Atinga, who knows this ground very well. For GoldStars, anything apart from a defeat will still keep them in the title conversation.
Of course. I mean, if they draw here, remember, the two teams are some difficult games. So Medeama on Wednesday will be playing against Brekum Chelsea. That will be Brekum Chelsea's first home game after the unfortunate demise of Dominic Frimpong. You know what that means to Brekum Chelsea. That's a difficult one. You also know that GoldStars will hold Samatex and then go away and play against Dreams FC. So they are difficult games, but if they are able to pick a win here, what that means is that it gives them confidence, it gives them belief that, look, we can pursue it. Let's push them to the final hurdle and see what will happen. So they'll put more pressure on Medeama if they're able to put a draw here. Psychologically, it will not be good for Medeama if they drop points here. So there's all to play for. And like I said, this game is going to be very grilling, very trailing, very combative, very difficult. It's going to be end-to-end.
All to play for here at the TNA Stadium. 3 points at stake. Not just the 3 points, but also a potential, opportunity to win the title is on the board for them. We've spoken to both coaches as they made their way to the TNA Stadium. Ibrahim Tanko says that it's just one thing on their mind, to get 3 points. NS Autry, who is leading GoldStars today, says that they are coming in to give a very good account of themselves. Coaches, match day 31 coming up against second place GoldStars, a team that you are just 2 points above. Is this a season-defining game?
I mean, one of the season-defining game, but we still have 4 games to play. And the only thing is we want to keep our 3 points at home, and we are going to do everything possible to do that.
Now it's first against second. Who do you think the pressure is on most?
No, I think on both, because if they win, they will go to first position. If we beat them, we are 5 points away. So definitely the pressure will be on both of us, but I don't think there's any pressure. We have to play our normal game, and then at the end, and I hope that we'll get the 3 points.
Now it's been 2 weeks since we played a league game, but your lineup remains unchanged against the last one that played against Kotoko. What really informed that decision?
No, I think there's no need to change because of the performance. Kevin is back, and we have Emmanuel Osu is back, and Prince Osu. All of them are back, but they are first on the bench. I think we have a very good squad, and those who will play, definitely they will do the job.
With both teams fairly in the conversation for the title, how do you think GoldStars will approach this one?
No, I don't think they will come and play defensive. Definitely, they also need the points, and I'm sure that they will do that because we want them to play as well. And then I think at the end we have everything possible to change our system and to get our points.
Thanks very much, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach, welcome to the TNA Stadium. You are coming up against first team Medeama. Now the head coach Fitz is not available. You are standing in. Does that change the dynamics of the game?
Nothing has changed because whatever we are doing is whatever he is doing is what we are putting in place. So nothing has changed.
Now, any results here apart from, a defeat could mean that GoldStars are still in the title conversation. Is the pressure on you?
Boss, there is nothing like pressure for any official or player in the team. Just because we are just playing a normal league game and the games are 34. As you just said, even if we lose this game, we are not out of the competition. So there is no pressure.
Now you are coming up against a team that you've never defeated here at the TNA Stadium. What is the approach for
Football?
GoldStars?
Football is being played in 90 minutes, and long and behold, everything can happen. And we played them in MTN FA Cup here, and we lost 3-1. So we have used that match as our educative. So we are here to make amends.
Coach, we wish you the very best.
Thank you, sir.
And Oshri is the one leading GoldStars this afternoon. I mean, you've heard from them, Jeff. Both coaches determined to ensure they pick something from this game. With the Medeama wanting the full 3 points, and for GoldStars, a draw will still keep them firmly in the conversation. How do you think the first 45 minutes would go?
Well, Medeama will go all out, try to make sure that they impose their game, create opportunities, see the weaknesses in the defensive structure of the GoldStars team to see whether they can create some. What GoldStars will do is to defend with numbers, make sure that they create counter-attack position, because they have two strikers. They have Razak Sano, they have Atakumi. All they need to do, make sure that Justice Atta, Emmanuel Kunto get the balls to the two strikers up front, and they do the damage. But then they are not going to open up that much. It's up to Medeama to find out how they'll be able to create openings with the ability to control the ball and then exploit the space and the gaps that GoldStars will create. So it's Medeama going all out and GoldStars playing very compact.
It's first against second here at the TNA Stadium. Players are ready in the tunnel, ready to come out and do battle. So I hand you over to our commentators, Nana Dakwa Jesse and Josiah Kokwe. Enjoy the first 45 minutes.
A top of the table clash here at the TNA Stadium. A potential title decider, a cliffhanger, a blockbuster, and a Western derby. League leaders Medeama Sporting Club come up against defending league champions. Medeama have a 2-point advantage over GoldStars in this game, and a win for them will see them extend their lead by 5 points. If GoldStars win this game, they leapfrog Medeama to top of the table, and it makes this game an uncompromising fixture to look forward to. A pleasant welcome to the TNA Stadium in Tarkwa. My name is Nana Dakwa Jesse, together with Josiah Okokwe. We are your commentators for this afternoon's big one here on a Sunday special in Tarkwa.
Good afternoon, Nana. It all comes down to this. It is the climax. It all boils down to just this one game where it could decide the fate of these two teams. In the last 5 seasons, these two teams have tasted so much success as far as the league is concerned. But then they are not relenting. They'll certainly go at each other. And like I said, there's all to play for. There's never been a time where you feel the stakes are so high than today here at the TNA.
It's the mauve and yellow of Medeama up against the miners from BBNE. Medeama in their dominant yellow and mauve colors. GoldStars in dominant green and yellow. The last time they visited this venue was in the FA Cup quarterfinals, and they were beaten 3-1 by Medeama, who went on to lose in the semi-final game to Dreams FC and exited the competition with full focus now on the Premier League. Medeama makes no changes to the team that beat Asante Kotoko by 4 at this venue. Felix Che in post. At right back is Yao Say, Mubarak Yusuf and Jacob Amumensa in central defense. There is Suleiman of Fatawa left back. Manuel Mante, Salim Adams, God knows Jack Pasu, and Fuzi Taylor, who returned from a trial with Gosepe in Turkey just a week ago. Kelvin Obin and Abdul Salam are leading the attack for Medeama this afternoon.
Yeah, there's a fearsome setup there. It looks like 4-4-2 diamond. There would be no wing play, so you expect the full backs, the laterals there, Sulemana, and then also Yawase to bump forward.
Ibrahim Tanko neatly dressed a while ago, exchanging pleasantries with the bench of GoldStars. Mubarak Yusuf lead Medeama this afternoon as Samuel Atakumi, 12 goals so far for him in the Premier League from 28 games, will lead the defending champions here in Tarkwa. Nathan Anafo is a centre man. He's assisted by Isaac Asante and Alhassan Abdullahi Grugolo. Our fourth referee is Yakubu Hassim, and Bibiani GoldStars have also paraded a very formidable setup with Emmanuel Kobe in post, Chere at the right back, Ofori and Opon in central defense, Bernard Kessie at left back. There's an unfamiliar midfield role for Gideon Anaba alongside Kuntor and then Atta in midfield. Sanu Razak, who scored in that game against Ediana, will be there. His height will be huge advantage for GoldStars. Atakumi and Ejay complete the front three for Bibiani GoldStars. Ibrahim Tanko have been positive coming into this game, knowing too well that a win for them will give them a huge advantage in their quest to win silverware this term.
It's the only available trophy for both sides now. Medeama Sporting Club exited the FA Cup at the semi-final stage at the expense of Dreams FC. They know how crucial this game is towards their title aspirations. Just some 5 games to the end of the season, and this fixture couldn't have come at a better time for both of them.
Bibiani GoldStars are without their substantive head coach, Fred Schmidt, who is indisposed, and NS Archery, the assistant, has been given that huge responsibility to cause what will be an upset if they are able to down Medeama at this venue to go top of the log. Felix Che recently returned from the camp of the Black Galaxies. Interestingly, he was in that camp with his opposite number, Emmanuel Kobe of GoldStars. Both of them are in contention to become the first choice for Kasim Mingil's Galaxies. Nathan Anafo takes a look at his watch, whistle to his mouth. Now he blows it for the commencement of this game here at the TNA Stadium. It's Medeama Sporting Club versus Bibiani GoldStars. Early ball in by GoldStars, but Amu Mensah takes it up for Fuzi Taylor, who finds Fatau Sulemana. Locates his captain Mubarak Yusuf. Jack Pasu comes under pressure and loses possession to Razak Sanu. Kessie. Poor touch from Anaba, hands Medeama possession. Salim is unable to control. Ball is cleared away by Boachitre into Medeama's area. Sanu is challenging for the ball, but he's going to push Mubarak Yusuf for the first foul of the afternoon, going the advantage of Medeama Sporting Club.
One of the key battles would be expected, and looking up to in the next 90 minutes. Sanu against the experienced Mubarak, who is marshalling things in the heart of defense for Medeama Sporting Club.
Here is Manuel Mante. Salim Adams. Not a good pass from Salim, very unlike him. Here is Razak Sanu. Kessie now. Here is Kelvin Opon. Long one in aiming for Razak Sanu. He's been beaten to the ball, but they're rather diminutive, I would say, and he ends up committing a foul on the right back.
That's the second foul he's committed in the space of a minute. Sanu, and one of the reasons why he's starting this game is due to his physicality and height. You talk about the height advantage of the Medeama Sporting Club defense, but you would say will be nullified, that threat, by the height of Sanu, who could also be a potential threat with those aerial balls.
Here is Fuzi Taylor. Good one to find Salam. Salam cuts back to Salim. Mante. Now to Fuzi Taylor. Takes one to find Fatau Sulemana. Goes in with a long ball aiming at Yawase. Controls it well just around the box. Here is Fatau Sulemana. Yawase wins the foul for Medeama, they're looking to unsettle GoldStars with early pressure.
That's equally what they did in their last game here on the turf against Kotoko. They went on a rampage in the first 45, and certainly that's what we'll be looking at doing. Take the game to the GoldStars, unsettle them, make them feel a bit ditchy. Just try and find the back of the net very, very early in the game.
Free kick for Medeama. Fuzi Taylor to take for the league leaders. The Salim, Jack Nasu, Kelvin Obain, all of them lurking in that GoldStars board. Fuzi swings one to the edge, headed down by Mubarak. Not a great clearance from Anaba. Now Jack Nasu, here is Yawase. He's lost possession to Kessie. That's good track back from Yawase. Good defending, but he's ended up injured in the process.
He was, and there was some spirited, animated defensive work there by the right back of Medeama Sporting Club. Goes down, but then ends up with a knock. There, you can see him holding on to his chin. And that's where he just made that contact, unwanted contact, with a GoldStars player. It's just been a perfect start for Medeama Sporting Club. But they're showing so much intent, so much aggression when making an entry into the final third.
Early injury concern for coach Ibrahim Tanko. Yawase have fitted in so well following the exit of Kamada Dini Mahmoudou, who joined Al Hilal in Sudan. He should be fine to continue the game, Ose. Here is Kessie. Anaba tries to switch to the right side, but he just can't find Emmanuel Ejay with that long one. It's a goal kick.
Yeah, you talk about the key points in this game, and you just talk about the setup by both coaches. 4-4-2 diamond by Medeama, and then you see the expansive play by the GoldStars. And it's a stark contrast of how they both attack each other.
Lackluster from Salim Adams. Here is Ejay for GoldStars. Good movement from Ejay. Was there contact? Did he bring down Ejay? Referee now for things otherwise. It was a fair challenge by Jacob Amumensa.
I don't agree to that. That was certainly a foul. And you have Ejay Kesso's face.
Here is Atakumi. Justice Arthur's cross intercepted by Yawase for a GoldStars throw. It's 5 minutes here at the TNA. Medeama nil, GoldStars nil in the top of the table clash.
Yeah, and GoldStars making so much use of the wide spaces. There aren't any wingers in this Medeama setup now.
Atakumi beats into it by Jakasu. Now Fuzi Taylor has got the freedom to move forward. He locates Manuel Mante. Salam is in contention for the ball, but not on the same page with Fatau Sulemana. Salam. Now Manuel Mante surges forward, trying to pick out Fatau Sulemana. That's some clever defending from Filippo Fori. Frustrating Fatau.
He just have to step in, use his body, his huge body to his advantage. And it's one area we would find Fatau Sulemana a lot more in the course of this game, who have that license to come forward and send in some decent deliveries.
Yawase for Medeama. Jakasu brings Salim into the picture. The third time in the game Salim has given a pass away. He's yet to settle in the game, Salim Adams. He's been the brightest spot in this squad in this season's campaign. Here he comes, Salim. Yawase, the giveaway possession again. Now I've seen Salim bend down, some discomfort for Salim Adams. Referee Nathan Anapo whistles for Salim to be attended to. Not looking good for Medeama's poster boy.
Not at all. Certainly the medical team will have quite a lot to do. Maybe work out, perform some magic on Salim Adams. And you talk about the fact that he's been their brightest player, but this season the argument about he being the best player in the entire league is still there.
Medeama has got genuine quality on their bench. A while ago you saw Prince Owusu warming up in anticipation of Salim's inability to continue. They've got the right players to fit in for them. Here is Mubarak Yusuf. God knows Jack Pasu. Amu Mensah in the middle of the park, surging forward, a through one to Salam. A J for GoldStars. Shre Anaba. Medeama take possession. Here is Salam on the right side. It's Yawase. Yawase. Salim Adams. Fuzi Taylor. Jacob Amu Mensah. He's shared that central defensive partnership role with Rich Saki in recent times. Mubarak Yusuf seems to be the permanent feature at the rear guard.
Yeah, it's all boils down to how they complement each other, how they stabilize things in the heart of defense for Medeama. Yeah, sometimes they've conceded some number of goals you think you just can't fault anyone for, but it's all about the consistency and stability in the heart of defense. And that challenge, Fuzi Taylor, and then also Boachitre going head to head in that duel. And for Medeama, they've just done everything right up until this point. They've been dominant in midfield. They've allowed Yawase and then also Sulemana to pump forward when they have to. There's still quite a lot more to do in this game.
Razak Sanu comes up against Jacob Mensah. Lovely skill by Sanu. Still hangs on to possession with Amu Mensah staring. Control brought down by Salim Adams. Referee Anafo thinks there's so much in it for a foul against Salim Adams.
Yeah, not so physical, but a bit of the nudge. And you look at his posture, then it was so easy for the referee to give that. Just right behind Ponto, and yeah, just goes in with that left tie.
Free kick for GoldStars. AJ swings one in. Sanu goes in there, but it's headed away by Amu Mensah. Kelvin Obin takes possession for Medeama. Through one for Salam. That's certainly a foul. Boachitre. Deliberate foul. Referee hands him a yellow card. And there's reaction from the Medeama fans. Some think it should be a sending off for Chire. Anafo thinks it's a yellow for this.
A bit contentious there, but again, the right call. You can see Kelvin Obeng shrugging off that challenge initially, and it was just one accurate pass into the space, expecting Abdul Salam to race onto that. And it was Boachitre just there, right there. You could see Abdul Salam staying on side. It was a delightful ball through the middle. And I don't think that was a sending off. It wasn't a clear goal scoring opportunity. He had to take one for the team.
Right, Boachitre's yellow card. He realized he was going to be outpaced by Abdul Salam. Needed to commit the foul even before Salam got into a more dangerous area. He takes the yellow card for the team. And from now on, he's going to be extremely cautious, knowing very well the slightest mistake, he takes an early shower.
Yeah, and it's the region where you find Suleimana and then also Abdul Salam. There's no playing off it.
This is the Salim Adams territory. Salim blasts one into the wall, unsuccessful. Fatau bends one, and it misses the post by inches. It is a goal kick.
Yeah, you could applaud the effort of Suleimana, you know, after that ricochet, but it was a perfect wall. Hey, look at the height, you know, of that wall, and there was no way he was just going to hit that one over it. But it was a good ball. A set up Suleimana, the ricochet, and just had to hit that one wide. Not troubling Kobe at all.
Regarded as a set-piece specialist in this Premier League, Salim Adams getting it wrong this time. Jacob Mensah. Salim switches to Mubarak Yusuf. Felix Che is brought into action. Here is Mano Amante. To Fuzi. The strength of this Medeama team obviously has been the midfield, where they possess abundant quality in Mante, Fuzi, Salim, Jack Pasu, Prince Owusu, and the list can go on and on.
And it becomes more, you know, conspicuous when you look at the fact that there aren't any natural wingers in this Medeama setup. It's all central midfielders, defensive midfield, and then also one attacking midfielder just causing damage in all areas. That tells you how potent and how good they are as a team.
Salam. Good movement by Salam. He goes for the drive, blocked by Ofori, and Razak Sanu controls delightfully. He goes down. Challenge coming from God knows Jack Pasu. It's a free kick for Bibiani GoldStars right in the middle of the park. It's a cut of an hour here at the TNA. Medeama nil, GoldStars nil.
Yeah, they are not really getting anything so far, GoldStars. It's just been Sanu, you know, who's really been at the end of almost everything for them, winning a couple of fouls as well. Just time giving one away.
There's a foul against Razak Sanu for that challenge on God knows Jack Pasu, who himself had committed a foul on Sanu just a while ago.
And that's the height again, and this time sandwiching between, you know, Jacob Amu Mensah and then also Jack Pasu would win that header and left it a lot more on Jack Pasu. And for GoldStars, they're trying to play through him, but it's not really worked so far.
Jacob Amu Mensah. Kelvin Obin is giving the ball away to Kunto. Kunto also hands the ball to Salim, who finds Fuzi Taylor. Jack Pasu has got space to drive. He shoots and is gone wide for a goal kick.
That's the clearest chance they've had so far. That was from a distance, and they'll start trying their luck. They've been dominant in midfield. They've not allowed GoldStars any space at all, you know, in those midfield areas. But that was a good strike from a distance. You could see a green shirt trying to close him down. Does it in time. But Jack Pasu would need some luck to have that one on target.
Here is Salam, beaten to it by Ofori. Emmanuel Kunto to Boachichire, already on a yellow card. Atakumi, that's a good movement by Atakumi. It's a fair challenge by Jack Pasu. Atakumi is furious, but GoldStars win back possession. Here is Anaba, onto the part of AJ. He's got Suleimana to beat. AJ tries to find options. Boachichire comes in with a cross, topped by Amu Mensah. Boachichire goes with a ball, cleared by Mubarak Yusuf. Kuntok goes for it. Salim had the touch on it. And it's a corner. Yes, Salim obviously had the final touch. Maybe any GoldStars have a corner.
Yeah, that ball was a miskick ball, and that would have been terrible, a very terrible goal to concede. But it was just hard work from Kuntok down the right-hand side. And Salim, in an attempt to clear that one, just had to do it without thinking or even expecting it to go right back at his goalkeeper. It was a bit awkward from him after that pressure by the GoldStars player there.
Emmanuel Ejay will take the GoldStars corner. Sanu being policed by Jacob Amumensa. Ejay goes low to Atakumi, comes through trying to find Ata, and Medeama will take possession. Here is Yawase, tries to find Kelvin Obin. Good defending from the GoldStars midfielder Anaba, naturally a centre back who is playing as a defensive midfielder today. Suleiman's cross, Kelvin Obin's effort is a penalty. Referee Anafo points to the spot. Handball against Bibiani GoldStars at the TNA. "19 minutes and Medeama have an opportunity to take the lead here. GoldStars will protest, but here we have a second look. Obin controls. It's certainly a handball.
Yeah, outstretched arm.
Outstretched arm. No questions about that. Bernard Kessie, no complaints.
And that's the call. But again, from a reverse angle, it looks a bit not like a handball to me.
I think we need to look at it again.
Yeah, from that angle, then you look at it.
The reverse angle gives you the ball
look.
striking his arm.
Exactly.
But the recently shown one doesn't point to the fact that it is a handball. But hey, Anafo close up to the incident, and Salim had an opportunity to make it 1-0 for Medeama, and he scores his 11th goal of the season. Medeama Sporting Club in the lead on 20 minutes here at the TNA. From the spot, Medeama makes it 1-0. Salim Adams, the goal scorer, his 11th of the season.
I was never in doubt from 12 yards out. And we talk about the fact that he's been their best player, but then he needed some aplomb there to hit that one. Yeah, sends it to the left top corner, beyond the reach of Kobe. Kobe sees the direction, Kobe sees it, dives to the right place. But again, the power behind it, once it's from Salim Adams, you know that's going past you. He just had to direct it on target, which he does. And they've been the better side so far in this game. Yeah, questions could be raised. Lots of questions could be raised about that. But Salim Adams just got his job down.
Salim Adams have set the tone for Medeama to go all out. But for GoldStars, it's about catch up this time round. Ofori gives the ball away. Justice Atta. Salim wins possession. He's fouled by Bernard Kessie. Free kick for Medeama.
GoldStars keep playing themselves into trouble. You find too much space between the players, and trying to find a simple pass each and every time becomes a problem. You have all these players just far away from whoever is in possession of the ball.
Jacob Amumensa to Mubarak Yusuf. Medeama playing with a high line this time. Jack Pasu is trying to find Yawase, but it's too much on it for the right back. It's a goal kick.
Yeah, we spoke about the key battles, down the right-hand side. We spoke about the fact that Yawase would have the license to pump forward, use that right-hand side to good effect. He's done that so far. Sulemana also sticking to the left-hand side because Medeama aren't playing with any natural wingers now. So, the midfield is just attacking, allowing the fullbacks, the laterals, that opportunity to search for it.
It's a handball against Kelvin Obin. Failing to control that ball well. Kelvin Opon. AJ can't keep it in. It's a throw into Medeama.
We are yet to see the quality of this GoldStars team. They've been a team that struggled on the road often, but for a league contender, a team contending to win the title, you'd want to see some quality, even though they are poor travelers. You'd want to see some moment of magic.
Good ball from Amu Mensah to pick out Fatal Sulemana. Boachitre goes in with a strong challenge. That hands Medeama a corner.
And he's already enjoying his time on the pitch down the left-hand side. He's really bumping forward, and it's just about time that GoldStars finds an antidote to all the runs he's making down there. He's really been dangerous.
Corner, Medeama. Medeama have scored 29 goals at the TNA this season and considered 19. That penalty converted by Salim Maxwell, 29 goals this season at this venue. Fuzi Taylor to take. He bends one. It's a good corner that's caused trouble. Fatal Suleiman on the rebound. It's cleared by Boachitre. AJ gets it away. Atakumi goes past Yawase. Here comes Atakumi, but it's a good clearance by Jacob Amu Mensah. He had to be there. Right place, right time. Good interception. Corner GoldStars.
And the deadliest striker in the league. You just can't keep your eye off him, even for a second. Atakumi does it all alone. We've not really seen him much in this game so far. First real, action, and he's really giving them something to ponder about.
All eyes on him. Medeama no 2-0. He might just be the guy to hurt them if they open up and give him the space to operate. AJ's corner. Felix Che grabs without difficulties. Ended up. Anaba's drive. And it goes wayward.
I think the last touch came over a Medeama player. Should be a corner kick.
GoldStars quickly take the corner. Here is AJ. Now he wants support. He carries on all along. Lost it to Fuzi. Here comes Salam. Fouled by Filippo Fori. Free kick Medeama.
You would expect that strategy from GoldStars where they've not really had enough possession in the game. They've been a bit more direct using their wingers and a bit more physical when defending. And it's something that Medeama would have to deal with in this game. That's GoldStars in away games.
Kobe's balling. Amu Mensah beats Atakumi to it. Now Salim, the goal scorer. Yawase hands possession to GoldStars. Anaba was cut in between. Picking out Boachitre or Emmanuel J. Kessie's clearance. Salim heads it down to Fuzi. Now Mubarak Yusuf. Fatal Sulemana to Abdul Salam. GoldStars take possession now. Kunto fouled by Jack Basu. Free kick for GoldStars. GoldStars in a hurry to take this free kick.
Yeah, they've seen the high line of Medeama Sporting Club. They need to be quicker with their decisions.
To Atakumi, he's beaten to it by Jacob Amumensa. But there's pressure from Atakumi. Amumensa eventually wins the free kick. And it's Ochri will react to that decision by the assistant referee.
Not quite happy about that. I think you have able-bodied men fighting for a ball. You allow them some time, you know, to just shrug each other off of it, but I think it was a good call by the referee.
Suleimana gets it wrong this time, trying to pick out Abdul Salam.
And it's a combination we've seen already in the game. We've seen both players, you know, attack through the left channel. You know, you have Suleimana, the left back, running down that line, and then also Abdul Salam is often making those runs, you know, down the channel, expecting more of those balls from Fatal Suleimana.
Jack Basu to Kelvin Obin. Here is Mubarak Yusuf. Jack Basu. They also had made the run, but Jack Basu hangs on and finds up. Salim shoots. It's gone wide.
Does not allow him too much space. He'll punish you if you do. The last one struck from that distance was from Manuel Mante, but this time it's really perfected this at the last couple of months. We've seen him hit from such distances and beat goalkeepers.
High foot against Gideon Anaba on Salim Adams. Free kick to Medeama. Amumensa also squats and wants the medical team to attend to him.
It looks like a sharp pain around the back of his left ear. You can see him holding that part. You're wondering how it picks up and not at that part of his body, but it's been a physical game from the GoldStars perspective. That we've not really seen, you know, that free-flowing football we usually see from them. And we also need to credit Medeama for the setup. You know how they've mapped up that strategy. You're not playing with any natural wingers, but you know these midfielders have really been apt, and they've really got a job done, you know, with so much ease. You have the fullbacks, the laterals also adding a lot more to the attack. We've not seen so much from Kelvin Obey, Abdul Salam, you know, winning that free kick in a very, very good position. But overall, it's been good team play from Medeama Sporting Club.
Salim will fancy this one from the distance. Salim with the drive is straight into Atakumi. As Justice Arta take possession, he skips past Salim. It's a lovely run from the winger. Now Sanu up against Fuzi. It's Arta. Medeama 1, GoldStars 0 here at the Takwana Boasso Stadium. Medeama have won 10 times this season with just one defeat, losing to Hull United. But they've drawn against teams like Holy Stars, Ediana and Bechem United. So Medeama at this point open up a 5-point lead. They jump to 56 with GoldStars trailing by 5 points. Medeama will be hoping they keep it this way, even double their lead, and go into that game against Brecum Chelsea knowing they have a comfortable lead on the log.
Yeah, well, for GoldStars, it's not entirely over as well. They have a game against Hull United. They have a couple of home games.
That's 3 points in the back for them. I thought Salim was already on his way down.
And that came, to the dismay of the GoldStars players. Yes, Salim goes down under absolutely no challenge at all, and he grabs the ball, he handles the ball, and the GoldStars players expecting a free kick their way, not the other way around.
Here is Jacob Amumensa. Kessie. Kunto. Kelvin Opon. Watches your surgeon forward in confidence. There is Sanu. Poor touch from Sanu, and Ajay makes it even worse. He just can't control.
And that's the best we've seen from them. It was a good solo run from the right-hand side from Tre against Sanu. It was an awful touch. Doesn't even see the presence of Yawase right behind him. He's really seen lots of the balls, even more than Atakumi. We've not really seen much from Atakumi, but you'll be expecting Atakumi to play, off the shoulders of Sanu, trying to pick up those balls, after he wins those duels. Really, really help GoldStars.
Here is Yawase. Swings in across. It goes out for a goal kick.
Not the best of balls.
Must have taken a deflection on the way, so Medeama will have the advantage from a corner.
Yeah, that was that ball again. Yawase, he sees the run of both Kelvin Obeng, trying as much as they can to stay onside, but it comes off the chest of Bernard Kessie.
Fatal Sulemana will take the corner for Medeama. We're 10 minutes away from the break. It's 35 minutes at the TNA. Medeama 1, GoldStars 0. Top liner of the Ghana Premier League match day 31. Fatal swings one in. It's a teasing one, but it ends up outside for a goal kick.
They're quite elusive. We're not really seeing them maximize the opportunities from the corner kicks. They've had a couple of them, but nothing really threatening from Medeama. It was a bending one. Continued to bend until it went out. There's a team that loves to score from all angles. They make good use of set pieces, but nothing of that sort so far in this game.
Here is Yawase, sends in a cross. Tre heads it away. It falls to Sulemana. Now Fuzi Taylor loses possession to Sanu. Kunto from GoldStars picks up Emmanuel Ajay. Ajay is searching for Sanu, but Yawase controls calmly. Clever play from Osei. Jakpasu now. GoldStars have been very poor travelers in the season's Premier League. They have lost 10 times this season. They've won 4 on the road and drawn once, conceding 27 goals. That goal scored by Salim is the 27th that conceded. Ajay, Yawase doesn't clear it well, but Jakpasu does it so well. But he hands the ball to Justice Arta. Here is Anaba. It's a lovely ball to pick out Emmanuel Ajay. He has got Fatal Sulemana to contend with. Lovely skill from Ajay. He shoots, and it's very, very close. Brilliant play from Emmanuel Ajay. That is a scare for Medeama.
Yeah, it was a big scare for a second. He had your fans on the edge of their seats, but he uses the decoy, that run of Tre as well to beat Sulemana. And it was that 1v1 he was craving for. He loves it. He wants to take them on. Drops the shoulder, sends Sulemana the wrong way, but then just couldn't beat Che from that acute angle. It was just a promising move.
You better keep your eye on this chap. If you give him an inch, he takes you on with so much confidence, and his ability to dribble past opponents, really impressive. Emmanuel J. Sulemana must be defensively very much alert this time around. Kunto brought down by Fuzi. Referee waits play on. Fuzi again fouls Emmanuel J. Free kick for GoldStars.
Yeah, that's the game plan now. It's coming into full force now. They are just utilizing the pace of Emmanuel J on the right-hand side, and a little bit of skill there. It was a lovely skill. He knows he wouldn't be able to pull it off, but Fuzi just commits too early.
A gift from Jack Basu. GoldStars do not take full advantage. Kunto Atakumi up against Amu Mensah. Now he finds Emmanuel J. Sets up Chere with a cross, is decent, but Mubarak Yusuf with a timely clearance. Opon steps forward for Kunto. Kelvin Opon Ofori now. Here is Chere to Sanu. Brought down by Amu Mensah. Decent challenge. Kessie under pressure from Kelvin Obin is giving the ball away to the Medeama striker. Obin has got Mante calling. He responds to Mante, who finds Yawase. Here is Yawase. Kobe failed to deal with it the first time, but makes amends as Medeama chase the second.
End-to-end stuff. There's explosive football from both teams. Kessie making a real mess. Just couldn't stay on his feet to pick up that one, allowing Kelvin Obin to grab it and feed out Yawase.
Anaba with a strong challenge that has left Manuel Mante in pain. It's a free kick.
A kind of tall guy. A bit physical there, but yeah. Oh, that elbow has been extended onto the face of Mante.
It's 40 minutes at the TNS Stadium in Takwa. Medeama 1, GoldStars 0. Goal scored by Salim Adams from the spot. God knows Jack Basu. Now Fuzi Taylor goes past Kunto. Sets up Jack Basu, who wants to drive, and is hit it right into the stands.
Yeah, and GoldStars are doing their best now to limit them to shots from about 30 yards out. They've been very, very compact. Once you saw that 4-4-2 setup, those two layers of four will be difficult for Medeama Sporting Club to just penetrate with that ease, and Jack Basu hitting that one from a distance.
Current Premier League standings as of the 41st minute of the matchday 31 game sees Medeama with a 5-point cushion.
And it's a goal difference for GoldStars for me. I've not seen such a thing.
They are on 33 conceded goals and they've scored 32, but they lie second on the log. That's interesting.
Could be historic if they should go on and win the league with a negative goal difference, something I've never seen throughout football, particularly for a league season where you play 34 games.
And 12 of those 32 goals have come from a single player, Samuel Atakumi, who until last Friday was the top scorer in the Premier League until he was overtaken by Augustine Okra, who scored his 12th and 13th goal at the Swedro Stadium against 11 Wonders on the May Day fixture last Friday.
You just don't expect the league title to go down to the wire, but you know the goal kill race as well, where you have Atakumi who can score at any time. Oh, Kraus is scoring for fun now.
Yao with the cross, nearly an own goal by Boachitre after Opon had also made a mistake in that defensive duties. It's a Medeama corner.
And it's not Trey asking the players to be calm in defense. This was an easy ball to deal with. No communication between the two players. You have Boachitre just not looking at the sign of Emmanuel Kobe that just grabbed that one with some ease.
43 minutes. Some 2 minutes away from regulation 90. Regulation 45. It is Fatal Suleimana to take. He swings one to the far post. Second time, his corner is eluding everyone for a goal kick.
I don't know how he hits that ball. It's certainly the same thing over and over.
Jack Basu. Salim. Manuel Mantes looking for the space. Good play for Medeama. As a foul just outside of the box. Just outside of the box.
Needs to be careful. He's on a yellow card. He needs to be careful now.
Boachitre is on a yellow card.
Again, that's what you expect from Medeama Sporting Club. We've seen them hit shots from a distance. Again, Trek goes down way too fast up. No, Jakwasu was expecting the challenge. Yeah, it was a 1-2. And just look at that foul on Mante. Jakwasu already down as well.
Free kick. Medeama leading 1-0 and having a better share of possession at 55%. GoldStars having the remaining share. We're doing 2 additional minutes as been indicated by the fourth official, Yakubu Wasim. Salim Fouzi behind this free kick. GoldStars want to put their house in order. Want to construct a good wall. Sanu, Anaba, Kunto, and Opon. There's Fouzi, there's Suleimana, and there's Salim. Here comes Salim, bends one. Oh, what a beauty. Salim Adams makes it 2 from characteristic fashion. This is what he knows to do best. He scores from yet another set piece. The poster boy shows up on the big occasion. He doubles Medeama's lead just before halftime with a well-taken free kick, a trademark Salim Adams goal. Medeama 2, GoldStars 0.
He's the king of free kicks now, isn't he? This time doesn't go with a trademark, hit, but then finesses that one. And it was the run. It was that run that eludes everyone. It was that run from Kelvin Obeng, just taking everyone out of the way. But you'd expect him to go for power. This time he doesn't go for power. He goes for placement. He goes with a killer, and Kobe just doesn't judge that one right. He moves to the right hand side for a second, thinking that that was where the ball would have landed.
Salim goes 12 goals.
That's one shy.
One shy of Augustine Okra, same as Atakumi, but he's not an attacker, mind you. He's only a midfielder. Salim makes it 2 for Medeama just before the break here at the TNA in Takwa.
Just running away with it now, Medeama Sporting Club.
A tall order for GoldStars at this point.
It's looking too easy for them now.
Here is Justice Arthur, Emmanuel Conto. They must be crestfallen at this point, having considered late before the break. The Bibiani GoldStars, the defending champions, are in trouble against the league leaders here in Tarkwa. That's lovely defending from Ofori. Here is Cassie, fouled by Fuzi Taylor.
Yeah, they would want to give, at the last push, GoldStars, at least try and have the deficit before the halftime whistle goes. 2-0 is quite a tall order, especially if you're playing against Medeama Sporting Club here at the TNA.
That's the halftime whistle by referee Anafo. Medeama Sporting Club rising to the occasion, and Salim Adams showing up as the true poster boy and the best player for Medeama this season. He scores from the penalty spot and from a free kick to hand Medeama a 2-goal advantage at the break. 57% of the possession for the home side, 3 corners apiece. GoldStars, no fouls on their side at 16. Wachitre on the yellow card for GoldStars. And it's halftime here at the TNA Stadium. Medeama Sporting Club 2, Bibiani GoldStars 0.
So after an intense first 45 minutes here at the TNA Stadium, Medeama are actually leading GoldStars by 2-0. Salim Adams again coming up with the goose, just like it did against Asante Kotoko, and that is a big first 45 minutes for Medeama. They are just some 45 minutes away from snatching all the 3 points here. That would be big for them. I've been joined by the assistant coach of Medeama, Pius Gura. Pius, again, an early goal for your side. Did that actually do the magic for you?
Yeah, so well, I think, throughout the week, this is what we've planned for, this is what we rehearsed for. And then, wanting to win the ultimate, or wanting to, grab the 3 maximum points, we have nothing to do than to attack. And then having early goal, helps you to stabilize the opponent. So I think having early goal really doing the magic. 2 goals
to a good, you have 45 minutes to get all 3 points. What should be done to keep this momentum going?
Yeah, well, very well. From the first department of the game, I think we've been up by 2 goals. But then trust you me, our game is not like that. You can't see the beauty, you can't see that possessive play of us. But then I think we've done the needful. We are up by 2 goals, and then that's the most important thing. So coming up in the different department, I think we have to vary the tactics and then see how well we can.
Well, let's see how things would go for you. Wish you the very best for the second 45 minutes. Pius Gura, he is the assistant coach of Medeama. They are leading by 2-0 against GoldStars. I've been joined by Godwin Ablode, assistant coach of GoldStars. Godwin, do you think that early penalty that you conceded was what really killed your vibe?
Oh no, it's football. It happens in football, and this is the first 45 minutes, and they've gotten 2 goals from set pieces. We are not down. We have left 45 minutes, and I'm sure we can come back. Because
you've actually found yourself in some very good spaces, especially with Emmanuel AJ going forward. What do you think was lacking in the first half?
It's just the finishing, and we need to come forward because we are getting the ball through the wings and we are playing very well. We are down by 2 goals in the first 45 minutes. We are going to make sure we make amends in the second half.
Of course, let's see what happens in the second half. Godwin Ablodi, assistant coach of BBN GoldStars. So, as you know, Medeama are leading by 2-0, and the second 45 minutes is expected to produce a lot of action. Can Medeama hold on to their 2-0 lead, or would BBN GoldStars come back and equalize? We will analyze all that in the first half. Jeffrey Asari will join me right after this break.
In the heart of Ghana, a nation rich with natural resources and vibrant culture, lies the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, a beacon of excellence in the energy sector. For over 40 years since its creation, GNPC has committed to its mandate of developing Ghana's own petroleum resources to support the provision of adequate and reliable supply of petroleum products and reduce the country's dependence on crude
Definitely a Sunday special here at the TNA Stadium. What a special game. What a first 45 minutes. Pulsating end-to-end action. And despite the fact that GoldStars are down by 2-0, they are not completely out of the game. They've been in phases where we've seen GoldStars come forward, especially with Emmanuel J, and try to score. But as it stands, it is Medeama who are cruising to a victory. My name is Mutala Yakubu, and this is the Ghana Premier League on TV3 and Onuya TV. Match day 31 here with Jeffrey Asare. Jeff, clearly, Medeama GoldStars did not start the game very well. I mean, in the first few minutes of the game, you could see how jittery they were, committing a lot of fouls.
Yes, I mean, though, so you see, it was Kuntua, Anaba, Eje. They started by making sure that they are pressing Fusi Taylor, pressing Gordos, pressing Manuel Norte. So you realize that Medeama struggled the first five minutes to be able to pick a ball. So you realize that Salim was making mistakes, 40 passes, Yawase same. And there was a strategy. You realize that Yawase had two injury situations. One by Bernard Kessie, one by Razak. The strategy is because of his ability to whip in crosses and overlapping runs from the right. So they want to instill the fear in it. But when Fusi Taylor and Manuel Mante decided to start getting closer and controlling the ball, that is when they start dominating play. And you realize that then Manuel Mante had opportunity to be going forward. Then they started creating chances. Fatah was overlapping also from the left very well. Now they had control of the game. So what GoldStars decided to do was make sure that now they'll use long balls. One of them from Bright, then fell to Razak. Unfortunately, it was blocked. Second one to Bright, again to Razak was blocked. Then came the moment. Boachichre and Abdul Salam, that resulted in the yellow card. But for Boachichre deliberately not doing that, that would have been a goal. Fast forward came the moment when unfortunately there was a penalty, handball, and then Abdul Salam.
Now let's go straight to the penalty incident. What did you see? Was it a legitimate call from the referee to award the penalty?
On the evidence of what I saw on the television, it seems I can't. That is on the evidence of what I saw on the. For me, I thought that reasonably there was a need for the referee to. These things are discretionary. If it's a foul, it's a handball in the penalty, the referee has to take it. If there's a handball that he has to take a decision outside the box, that a foul, then if it's a foul in the penalty, he has to take it. Then that fast forward came the moment when Emmanuel J, brilliant right winger, I mean, took on Fatao and then missed narrowly. That was a very beautiful opportunity for Emmanuel J. Then the set piece movement came for Salim Adam. The mark of a quality, technically brilliant player is not playing intelligently in midfield.
But this is the penalty that you're talking about. In recent weeks, Medeama have had penalties and not been able to convert. Yeah. Salim steps up and plants this one into the net beautifully with a lot of confidence.
I mean, look, listen, this gentleman, when it comes to set pieces, for me, is the best in the country. It's undisputed. You understand me? He has a confidence, he picks his spot well, and he dispatches with distinction.
Of course. Now let's look at the second goal. Another set piece goal from Salim Adams. I mean, the GoldStars wall thought that he was going to go for the usual power, but he was intelligent to curl it around the wall. That was an incredible goal.
Exquisite brilliance from a player that is growing to establish himself the best set piece taker. So he was, the goalkeeper Iman Kobe had a wrong judgment. He thought he was going for power on the right side. By the time he decided to come to the left, he also slipped on top of it. But give the excellent goal to the
of course.
Salim.
And
he
was
did brilliantly well. He thought for the goalkeeper and beat the goalkeeper to his position.
Now, most of the players within the GoldStars wall thought that it was Fusi Taylor who was going to take the shot, but Salim intelligently planted that one into the back of them. As it stands, Medeama have opened a 5-point gap between themselves and GoldStars. If it remains like this, then it means that Medeama are inching closer to the title. The players and officials are coming back to the pace, so the second half would actually start in a few minutes' time. Back to our team of commentators, Nanada Kwajesi and Josiah Okokwe. See you after 90 minutes.
Welcome back for our Sunday special here at the TNA Stadium in Takwa. As Premier League leaders, Medeama hopes to extend their lead on the log with a 2-0 cushion from the first half, a double from Salim Adams. Hands Medeama the advantage coming into this second half, but for Medeama GoldStars, they know too well that That's all to play for if they still want to be in the conversation for the Premier League title. Back from recess, Medeama versus BBNE GoldStars.
An entertaining first half, man. We just witnessed the best team in the league actually taking the game to BBNE GoldStars. We expected a quite cagey encounter, but I think Medeama Sporting Club, they've been the better of the two sides. From the blast of the whistle, they've been dominant. They've had more possession, they've had more shots, they've created more chances, they've passed the ball more times than GoldStars. They've had touches in the opposition box more times than GoldStars. And, the 2-0 is quite a fair reflection of the sort of game we saw. But you just expect GoldStars to also, retaliate, to respond to the 2-0 deficit now. And this man in your shorts, Atakumi, could be the man to lead the charge for the Miners.
Both coaches maintain the same setup from the first half. No changes. And now for whistles for the commencement of second half here in Takwa. It's Medeama 2, BBNE GoldStars 0.
Should expect an attacking sort of football from BBNE GoldStars. We saw them, a bit more defensive in the first half, not really pressing high, but the second half should really be a bit different for them if they really want to get, something in this game.
Manuel Mante to Amu Mensah. Fatau Sulemana joined a lot of the attack for Medeama in the first half. Mubarak Yusuf is trying to pick out Salam, but Kessie has it down to Opon. Here is Yawase. Kobe picks it up for GoldStars. Their first meeting in the Premier League this season was at the Dance Park in the Premier League, where they played out a stalemate. Medeama went on to beat them 3-1 in the FA Cup and now lead them 2-0 here. In what could potentially decide where the Premier League title will land this season.
And that's what the assistant coach spoke about. And as the Archie speaking about the fact that, it's a game of vengeance for them. They would want to avenge that 3-1 humiliating defeat here. But so far it's not been good. The story hasn't really gone their way.
Here is Atakumi. Now to Razak Sanu. Sanu has been beaten to it by the resolute Amu Mensah. Very calm defending. Under pressure, but trying to keep it calm at the back. They end up giving away possession. Here is Kessie. Anaba. Chire goes for a power, and it goes way out with no problems for Medeama's goalkeeper, Felix Che.
There's a first attempt in the second half we've seen from either side. A shot from a distance, and Fatau Sulemana right there. There was no way he could have gone past him. Very alert, and I think that's what they need to be doing now. You have fullbacks, you need to throw them in. They will let them add up to the attack. We've not really seen them play with so much confidence. That's been a problem for them. And to have your right back move into such an advanced position, it's just good work, but they need to keep pushing.
Here is Mubarak Yusuf. Good control by Kelvin Obin. His inclusion in this Medeama setup from the second transfer window has proved very crucial. the experienced striker. And Fuzi, he barely trained with the team this week. He was away in Turkey on trials with GoldStars, only to arrive for the big one and showing no signs of fatigue.
And, quite a lot of people were quite surprised to see his name included. You would also speak about the fact that they needed him. Coach Ibrahim Tanko really understood what it would mean to have him in this team, and already we've seen how pivotal he's been together with Jakbasu Mante and then also Salim Adams in midfield.
Here is Jakbasu. Nutmegs and now about delightfully beautiful play from Jakbasu. The fans are loving it.
Yeah, you would. If you're 2 up at this point, you would always, enjoy it. And the showboating, I think, would just begin for them. But they need to manage the game at this point. There's still a lot to play for.
Mubarak Yusuf. Yao with a cross. No one is arriving for Medeama. Tre heads it down for AJ. Salam wins it for Medeama. Salim has lost it. Kelvin Opon. AJ is trying to find Justice Arta, but Yao with some clever defending for Medeama at right back.
It's the defensive awareness, just knowing that he can bump forward and, in a matter of seconds, he can just accelerate and come back and help the team defend. And he's done it so perfectly so far in this game.
Jakbasu with a long one to pick out Fatal. Unable to control is a throw into Bibiani goals as well. 5 minutes into the second half. Medeama still hang on to those goals by Salim Adams. That takes him to 12th this season for a midfielder. It's fair to say he's in the conversation for the top scorer award because he's just one behind Augustine Okra, who is on 13, and Atakumi, the number 10 of GoldStars, on 12. Salim is enjoying his season at Medeama this time.
Yeah, penalty kicker for Medeama. Deadly from set-piece situations. That's how come he scored a ton of goals this season. Most of it coming from direct free kicks, and he's just unstoppable at this point, simply unstoppable. There comes the conversation of if he should be going to the World Cup with that form, because he has an arsenal that many of the players we possess, or the Black Stars have now. You can't say they have that quality, especially from free kick situations. You would always count on him to get you a goal.
Well, the last time I spoke to him, he says he wants to leave that decision solely in the hands of the national selectors. If they deem it fit and right to rope him into the squad for the World Cup, he's going to gladly welcome it, and he's going to fully take his chance, Salim Adams.
And you see him just making a statement with his performance. It's not about saying I want to go, but week in, week out, he's giving you performances for you to think of, ponder over. And I think at this point, certainly he could be going if he continues like this.
Fuzi Taylor with a stop. Now he picks out Manuel Mante. Medeama surging forward. It's Abdul Salam on the left side. He wants to cut in and lay the ball onto the path of Salim. Salim hands it over, but he gets it back this time. Draws it wide on the right for Yawase. Yawase finds Fuzi Taylor. Fuzi finds his captain Mubarak Yusuf. Jakbasu to Salim. A bit casual on the part of Salim, but looked like a handball against Emmanuel Kunto. He's furious with the decision by referee Anafo. He's protesting, but Anafo thinks it's a good call.
Yeah, just sees the ball around that arm area. Then it was Jakbasu who hits it back, and you could see Salim Adams trying to hit that one with the chest. He doesn't. Yeah, just comes off his arm. But it's been frustrating for them because they've had limited possession, and as a player you'd always be frustrated when those are the signs that they need to warm themselves into the game, because it looks like Medeama are certainly running away with this one.
Bibiani GoldStars are yet to win a game on the home grounds of Medeama Sporting Club, and with this 2-goal lead, Medeama might just repeat the status quo and keep their Premier League title aspirations alive. Ibrahim Tanko's credentials have oftentimes been questioned. Many believe he's a good coach, but some have even said, what has he got to show for? Here's a guy who has coached the Cameroonian national team as an assistant. He's been an assistant to the Black Stars. He's been head coach of the Black Meteors. He's been at Accra Lions, but people still doubt his quality and competence. But he might just be the one to lead Medeama to their second Premier League title.
Yeah, and we are in an era where you really, everyone is expectant of you, especially if you really come, to the fore with a very high profile. He's a good coach. We've seen him so many times with Accra Lions, but this is a different ball game. You need to win something to show for it, and if he should really win this one, then perhaps he cements his place as one of the finest coaches we have in the local scene.
Enjoyed a stellar playing career at Borussia Dortmund. Here is Ajay. He goes down from the challenge of Ibrahim Suleimana, but there's a fair challenge. He was trying to buy the foul from the referee, Emmanuel Ajay. Here is Suleimana. There's a long ball in trying to find Kelvin Obin. That's some beautiful defending from Kelvin Opon. Masterclass defending. Kessie. Good run from Kessie. Jack Basu goes in with a hard tackle, but referee Anafo doesn't see anything in it.
It was a foul. He clips him. Kessie had the advantage. He had a pace. He just knew where to get a ball. Just hit that one a bit, and yeah, that's where the foul is. And there's a free kick. I'm just surprised he wasn't just shown a yellow card, but it was a bit clumsy by Jack Basu. It's quite unusual seeing him there as well.
That's the Chief Executive Officer of BBN GoldStars, John Kwesiedu, right in the stands. A lot to be going on in his mind, knowing very well that he's in the position to win back-to-back Premier League titles, and Medeama is the only club that will stand in their way.
It's a feat that's quite rare in the last 2 decades. Kotoko perhaps the only club to have done it.
Jack Basu takes possession for Medeama. He puts one through for Abdul Salam. Salam goes down. Medeama wants a foul. Referee doesn't think so. Clearly, Salam was not fouled. That's the broad smile on his face. Not too bothered. Good play from Justice Atta. Chance for GoldStars. But that's some composed defending from Mubarak Yusuf. And Jack Basu will calm down things for Medeama. The throw into GoldStars.
This is where it gets interesting end to end now. The spaces have been exploited by either side. We saw that lovely run there by Abdul Salam until Opon intervened. And just at the other side, it was a good incursion by BBN GoldStars. And that's what they want now. They want Medeama to open up because they have very pacey wingers, and they'll try to find the spaces behind them.
Here is Anaba. Sanu with the drive, and it's straight into the stands. It's over. The bar for a goal kick. Razak Sanu, he's seen a lot of the balls, but not really lived up to expectation. The tall striker for GoldStars.
You'd be expecting that, throughout this game, a lot of the air balls will be floated to him. Not something we've not really seen. But he's done well with his press. He's caused some problems, in that Medeama defense, but he's not really linked up so well with Atakumi. That's the sort of partnership you would want to see if they would want to get something in this game. It's something that has been non-existent, that partnership between the two centre forwards for BBN GoldStars.
Fuzi. Here is God knows Jack Basu. Salim Adams to Salam. Kelvin Obin for Medeama. To Salim Adams, already on the double. Fatal Suleimana unable to keep that one in for a throw into GoldStars.
And they've been smooth on the ball, sometimes scrappy as well. And Medeama, and that series of play there, you could see all the players not on the same page, allowing the ball to roll out.
Good defending from Yaosei. Atta He's got Kessie calling. Kessie swings in across, away by Sulemana for Medeama. Anaba wins it for GoldStars. Filippo Fori now to Anaba. Anaba finds Emmanuel Konto. He's got space on the right side. He picks out Ejay. Lovely skill. He's got two players to contend with. Here comes Ejay, but Manuel Mante will win possession and win the foul. Good play from Medeama's Manuel Mante.
He's a lovely player, Ejay, but over elaboration at that point. He'll just hang on to that ball.
Substitutions for Medeama. Justice Arthur Kunto will be going out for Michael Nkua and then for Stage J. Looks like for like on one side, but an offensive player for a defensive player on the other side.
And they've not done much, but just like you said, like for like substitutions, and you inject a bit more pace, for GoldStars. Yeah, so you have Emmanuel Ejay playing his bit on the right-hand side, Justice Arthur on the left-hand side. They've really been explosive, but you see Medeama applying the brakes on them each and every time, and there's a time that you bring in those fresh legs, to try and search for it, find something.
Emmanuel Ejay goes out for John Arthur. Ibrahim Tanko very likely to respond to these substitutions by Bibiani GoldStars. Here is Kelvin Obin looking for supporting Salam. Anaba shows great strength and desire to pick out that one from Medeama's Jack Basu. Upon to Razak Sanu. Razak Sanu seems to have hit Fuzi Taylor in the face, and Fuzi is unhappy with that challenge by the big centre forward.
Not deliberate, innocuous from Sanu. But struggling at that point to get that ball under control. You have Manuel Mante, you have Fuzi Taylor all around him. He has long limbs, he has those long legs, but he struggled a bit to control that ball. That's not his strength. This is not a player you would say typically allows the ball to feet. He would always want to suspend in the air, get a couple of decent air balls to him, and certainly he could punish the opponent. And it's not something GoldStars have done very well in this game. They've not really sent the right balls to Sanu and then also Atakumi.
We've gone past the hour mark here at the TNA. Medeama lead by those 2 goals scored by Salim Adams in the first half. One from the spot, one from the free kick. So, I think I guess right. Medeama will respond to those substitutions. They have so much quality on that bench. And Fuzi Taylor, after that trip to Turkey on trials with Godstepe, he makes way. He's really played well. He's been the usual Fuzi Taylor, nothing to show in terms of fatigue or a lack of desire.
That calm figure, the playmaker, a natural playmaker on the ball, just so calm.
Kelvin Obin wants to make way. So in comes Derek Fojo and Kelvin Nkrumah, and this is where Ibrahim Tanko will be switching to the wing play. Will be very much dependent on the skill and the dexterity of these 2 wingers, Fojo and Nkrumah. Salim with a drive and it's straight into the stands. Goal kick.
Yeah, from Salim Adams' range. This time is a dead ball situation. It's it in motion. Would require lots of skill to get that one down and on target. You talk about the substitutions made by Brian Tanko, and leading 2-0, you bring on two of the fastest wingers. It tells you what you're trying to do now. Let's just put our wingers on the ball often, let them cause some havoc. Let's buy ourselves some time as the clocks tick.
What that means is that Fatal Sulemana will now be limited to those defensive duties and allow Fojo to take up the responsibility on the wings. Here comes Kessie for GoldStars. It's a good clearance from Mubarak Yusuf. Now Yawase will take over. Jack Basu to Yawase. Nkrumah is shed late for that ball, but there was a late tackle on Nkrumah by Bernard Kessie.
He's not really been there, Bernard Kessie. That's an attacking-minded player we saw during this time at Accra Lions. Either at number 9 or at number 10 for you, but today he's really been limited to a makeshift position at the left back, and we're not really seeing him set forward in this game. And again, you have Fojo playing down the right-hand side with him, and it would really be an interesting matchup.
"65 minutes at the Takwa and Abuaso Stadium. Medeama 2, GoldStars 0. Is a top liner on a Sunday special in the Ghana Premier League. Good ball to find Derek Fojo. Fojo finds Fatal Sulemana. Salim is calling for it. He gets the ball back to Sulemana. All the way to Jacob Amumensa. He finds his captain in the middle of the park, Mubarak Yusuf. Now here is God knows Jack Basu. He's aiming at Osei, but Kessie has the ball down to Kelvin Nkrumah. Manuel Mante for Medeama. Here is Abdul Salam. Twisting and turning pass upon Sanu. Nkua. He's got Nkua goes on the left foot. He misses the post by a whisker. GoldStars will appeal for a corner. Referee Anafo strongly disagrees with their calls for a corner kick.
It was a swift counter-attacking play, and it was Sanu who had the ball, and Atakumi had himself open up a bit. There was enough space there, but then he finds Nkua just through the legs of Amumensa, just inches away.
Here is Anaba. Now Nkua. Onto the path of Atakumi. We've seen little of Atakumi in today's game. All the pressure on him to score the goals, but it's not happened this afternoon. And here is Sanu. Checks onto Kessie. Kessie swings in across. Easy catch for Felix Che. No problem for the Medeama shot stopper.
We talk about him not really pumping forward, and the only time he does that wasn't just the best of deliveries, straight into the arms of Che. And you think should be enough support on the left-hand side for Kessie. A potent attacker during his days at Lions. Really gives you a lot in those attacking areas, but not today. We've not really seen him bumping forward often.
Good touch from Salam to find Kelvin Nkrumah. Medeama bumping forward. Here is Kelvin Nkrumah. He goes on a solo run. It's a good save by Kobe. It falls to Fojo right inside the box. He's got Wachichre to beat. Here is Derek Fojo twisting and turning around the box. Sulemana comes in with support, but Fojo hangs on. It is still Fojo. He returns the ball to Salim Adams. God knows Jack Basu. Manuel Mante. Nkrumah to Mante. Good 1-2. Here is Kelvin Nkrumah. Swings in across. Stopped by Ofori. With a cutback. And Anaba miskicks the ball. It goes outside. It's a Medeama corner. The pressure is on GoldStars. With Medeama in search of the third goal.
Yeah,
that will seal the deal for them.
The substitution working to perfect effect. Just look at that. The first hit Kobe goes down, the ball takes a dink, but he just manages to get his fist on it, just pummels it away, and again the danger is still there. This blistering pace by the Medeama wingers, and that's what you'd always expect if you have Fojo, Kelvin Nkrumah, you know, attacking on either flank. You would always need to keep an eye on them.
A lot of thinking to do on that GoldStars bench. Mind you, they are without their substantive head coach. That's the early opportunity that fell to Kelvin Nkrumah. That block from Ofori. He went for a second time trying to cut it back, but Anaba had an outstretched leg just coming off for a corner to Medeama.
Many yellow shirts, but then that central presence of Fojo just waiting to just hit that one on target.
Fatal Sulemana to take the Medeama corner. Fatal swings one to the far post. Jack Pasu was aiming for a spectacular that eluded him, and GoldStars will be on the offensive. Here is Razak Sanu. Lovely skill by AJ, surging forward, but he loses possession. Yawase gives possession away, but it's a handball against Foster AJ.
And it's all about decision making now, especially in the final third for GoldStars. They've not really had too many entries, but then as and when they've been there, no, it's either a faulty pass or just something just goes wrong for them. At this point, there was a 4v2. You're expecting a good ball to a teammate who is a bit open, and that's a frustration for Atakumi today.
It's 70 minutes at the TNA. Medeama 2, GoldStars 0. Here is Derek Fojo to Fatal Suleiman. A lovely play from Fatal. Cuts it back. Here is Kelvin Nkrumah. It's a good block by Ofori. Salim with a drive, and it goes wide. It's a goal kick. Medeama on fire.
Yeah, they have their foot on the pedal now. They are full of steam now. They are making the GoldStars defense work. They are putting them on their toes. They are not making them sleep. And it's one shot after the other. And you sense there could be a third one in this one for Medeama. They have their tails up, especially after the introduction of Fojo and then also Kelvin Nkrumah.
The possibility of getting another goal very much on the high. Don't forget, they beat Kotoko by 4 at this venue, Medeama. They've only lost once here to Ohio United, who have since decided not to continue playing in the Ghanaian top flight. Only a few days ago, the GFA made a big announcement suspending them from the Ghanaian top flight. And they've been asked to return the 1 million Ghana cedis given to them at the start of the season. They would go to second division when their ban is over. That's some trouble for Ohio United to deal with.
They call those huge demands, huge ones for them.
Here is Kelvin Nkrumah for the mauve and yellow to Salim Adams, who is on a double. Jack Pasu to Mubarak Yusuf. Lovely turn from Salim, but the pass intercepted by Kelvin Opon. Kessie. I'll say in possession for Medeama. Here comes Kelvin Nkrumah to God knows Jack Pasu. Tries to find Fojo, intercepted by Boachichire. Nkua on his bike. He's got Sanu Razak on the right side. Nkua hangs on, goes through the middle, and is stopped by Manuel Mante. Calm defending by Medeama.
And Estotre not really happy with that decision making again, not going their way.
First AJ goes down as a free kick for Bibiani GoldStars. AJ has brought some bites into the attacking play of Bibiani GoldStars.
And he's seeing most of the balls now for GoldStars, but again, once they enter the final third, it boils down to that quality pass. It boils down, to finding that teammate in open space, and they've not really done it. But yeah, a bit of a hard tackle there.
Bernard Kessie is in trouble here. He doesn't seem to be fit enough to continue the game, as GoldStars make another change. Amon Kote will be introduced in for Razak Sanu. Samuel Champon also takes the place of Bernard Kessie.
And perhaps, the substitution of Sanu could change the way they approach, the offensive play now. Here the GoldStars.
GoldStars free kick. Gideon Anaba steps forward. It's a powerful drive that doesn't trouble Medeama. It's a goal kick.
They would always go for power from that distance. Anaba, quite on unassuming, really played his role so well in that DM position this afternoon. Again, gets that one over the wall, but it always requires great skill to put it on target, especially if that one has to beat Felix Shea.
That's clumsy from Foster J. He gets a yellow card for his troubles. He only came off the bench to attract a yellow card for Foster J. I was only talking about him a while ago, that he's brought some bite into the attacking play of Medeama, of GoldStars.
He has. Well, there's the energy there, of the ball. And he goes for the ball, but it leaves an awful lot on Fatal Sulemana.
"75 minutes. Medeama hanging on to Salim Adams' 2 goals. Confirmation of that yellow card flashed to Foster AJ. So Medeama come up with another substitution. Kingsley Braye will come in to replace Abdul Salam. Salam failed to score today, having scored 2 goals in the season's campaign. Abdul Salam, he's not your striker who gives you goals week in, week out, but he has a special place in this Ibrahim Tanko setup.
You talk about efficiency, he gives you that. You talk about pressing, he gives you that. You talk about energy up front, Abdul Salam certainly gives you that. And let's not forget that Kingsley Braye scored 3 times against GoldStars in the FA Cup. Maybe a different competition, but that's where he might get that motivation to score again from.
Here is Jack Basu to Salim Adams. Tries to pick out Derek Forjo. This is where Forjo can be tricky. Lovely play from Forjo. Good skill, but he's stopped by Anaba. The long legs of Anaba will take care of those movements by Forjo. Inkua goes past Sulemana, but Amu Mensah will step forward for Medeama. Kessie played alongside Amu Mensah during their days at Accra Lions. Had to go off injured after some good display during the first half, Bernard Kessie. Here is Mubarak Yusuf. Now Salim Adams. Tries to find Kingsley Braye, but Kobe is out already for GoldStars.
I see movement all over, especially in attack, and another long ball from Salim Adams, trying to find Kingsley Braye, who just stepped in. And it's all the energy now, especially up front. Adams not looking good.
Salim goes down. He's asking the medical team to hurry up and attend to him. The 2-goal hero, whose goals might just make the difference. And these fans are loving every bit of the movement here in Takwa. This is the moment Salim went down.
That was the moment. That was the moment. He had to stretch, to trap that ball. There was a good interception, but he paid a price for it. That was straight leg.
Ibrahim Tanko having a word with Prince Owusu. Very, very likely to replace Salim Adams. We're only 11 minutes away. If the results stay this way, then the Takwa Township will turn into party mood as they take a 5-point lead on the league log ahead of that trip to Brecum midweek to play against the troubled Brecum Chelsea, who are also desperately looking for points to survive relegation.
And already the atmosphere looks like Coronation Day for them. With 2 goals up against the team that you are in contention with, you're battling with to win the title. It's been a solid game from every perspective for Medeama, but there's still 4 more games to go this season. And as a precautionary measure, Ibrahim Tanko wouldn't risk some of his key players, and that's why Salim Adams would be taken off. We've already seen Fuzi Taylor taken off. We've seen Abdul Salam also taken off. Kelvin Obing. These are the key players he would rely on.
Prince Owusu, it's interesting to see him in this situation, Prince Owusu. When the Premier League began and Medeama were really in the conversation as the best team in the league, Owusu was the real deal. His performances earned him a call up to the Black Stars under Otuado, and it's sad he's not getting playing time these days. But here comes Nkua with a cross. Nobody there to connect for GoldStars. He's eluded the front man and has gone out for a goal kick.
It was a good ball into the goalkeeper's area, but then too much power behind it. We're expecting anyone to get his head on that one. Whenever they've gone forward, sometimes you've seen flashes of what could be a potential half chance.
It's 80 minutes, 10 more minutes away from 90 to wrap it up all here in Takwa. Here's Yawase for the Morben Yellow. Ball headed down by Philip Ofori. Here is Gideon Anaba. Foster AJ. Kelvin Opon. Braye takes possession from Opon. Here's Kingsley Braye. Can he get a third for Medeama? Braye was trying to set up Owusu. Not too sure. It was a clever decision by Kingsley Braye. Could have decided to go for goal at that point.
Angela Q, he was let down by that second touch. He took a perfect first touch, but the second touch just too away from the goal.
Watch it for GoldStars. AJ can't go past Sulemana, but here is Nkua. Amon Kote's drive blocked by Mubarak Yusuf. And Yawase tears away from Anaba. For Joe, it's a lovely ball to Prince Owusu. He was with the Black Stars during those friendlies at the Unity Cup.
Yeah, in Asia for the Kirin Cup.
He was in Asia for the Kirin Cup.
Yeah, he had an appearance as well. You talk about his decline, presumably it's not really helped him, especially in a team that's bidding to win the league title.
Nkua thought he was fouled, but referee Anafu overlooks it. It's Kingsley Braye. He's seen a lot of the ball since coming on. He comes up against Kelvin Opon. Now here is Kelvin Nkrumah. His effort is blocked by Ofori.
And Braye is just making the right runs now. He's trying to create enough space and room for himself to always get at the end of the balls.
Here is Boachichre for GoldStars. Now Michael Nkua. AJ. GoldStars finding it difficult to penetrate the Medeama backline. Now comes Atakumi to Samuel Echampon. Samuel Atakumi to his namesake. Back to Atakumi. Chance for GoldStars is a drive, but it's blocked by Jack Pasu from that drive from Amon Kote. Nkua, Amon Kote. Watch it, cross headed down by Jack Pasu. Anaba falls trying to head the ball at the expense of Owusu, but Medeama will charge on for a third. It's stopped by Ofori. Medeama have the advantage now. On that side is Anaba.
Yeah, he leapt too high. I was expecting an equal reaction from the Medeama player. It just wasn't so for him. And that was the incident again. You could see him leaping very, very high. It was Prince Owusu there. Just look at that. Prince Owusu showing no interest in that ball. Just look at Anaba, just committing to it. And Owusu just moving out of the way a bit for him. Salim Adams, I guess. Of course it is.
Yes, Salim Adams. 5 more minutes to go here at the TNA Stadium in Takwa. It's Medeama Sporting Club 2. Bibiani GoldStars. Neil Ibrahim Tanko has been under pressure from the last couple of weeks when the team struggled to get results. I'm sure after this game he'll be pretty much okay.
Yeah, it could be a huge sigh of relief right after the final whistle goes, because they blew up an 8-point gap between themselves and then also the rest of the teams in the league. And they just had to do it the hard way. 6 games without a win right after.
And that's the free kick scored by Salim. This time, he didn't go for power. He bent it really well.
It's something we don't really know him for. He loves power. He loves hitting the ball with so much, energy. And I think the mascot will help with the recovery.
To take the job of the
with the recovery.
Physiotherapist. Interesting scenes here in Takwa.
They'll certainly need him for that Wednesday game in Brekum.
That's a cagey one. Here is Nkua. Now Amon Kote. Philip Ofori steps forward. Samuel Champon all the way back to Kelvin Opon. 4 minutes away from 90, and it's Medeama who lead by 2-0. Goal scored by Salim Adams. Ofori's effort curtailed by Sulemana. Kelvin Nkrumah is beaten to it by Nkua. Chere. Opon. Nkua. Good play from GoldStars. Here's John Arthur to Michael Nkua. Back to Arthur. Now Amon Kote. Nkua. Good play, but Medeama always know how to calm the storms that come at them from GoldStars.
And they do. They are probing now, GoldStars. They really need a goal in this game. And they know what that would mean. For the remainder of this game. It was a good ball, and then the return ball a bit of a hit.
Here is Kelvin Nkrumah on the left side for Medeama. He sends in a cross, cleared by Samuel Champon. Sulemana. Kingsley Braye. Back to Sulemana. Sends a cross, but the flag is up. It's offside. I see Sulemana waving in disagreement with the flag that went up for offside. It was very tight.
Yeah, very tight. He knows his positioning. He knows where he's making the run from. Just look at that. Clearly onside. That was a dangerous ball. It was a good hit. into the 6-yard box, expecting anyone at all to just make a touch.
He's had a decent game for Tao Sulemana. It's fair to say he's one of the best left backs in the Premier League, if not the most informed currently.
He is, and recently he's had call-ups to the Black Galaxies as well. He's been a starter as well sometimes.
He's got to compete for that role with Kotoko's Patrick Asedu in the Galaxies. But it's Manuel Mante who goes into the books of referee. Nathan Anafo, yellow card for Medeama's midfielder Manuel Mante.
And he just knows it, no complaints at all from Manuel Mante. It's been very, very quiet, but very effective as well.
Samuel Champon, ball cleared by Jack Basu for a corner to GoldStars.
At this point, a clean sheet for Medeama would do them so much good heading into an away fixture in midweek. Hey, look at GoldStars, they really want.
They equally have a difficult fixture at home against Bibiani, against former champion Samra Boy Samatex. We're doing 5 additional minutes, 90 minutes up already here at the TNA. It's Medeama 2, GoldStars 0, Inkua and Jakasu in some war of words. Says Jakasu was trying to squeeze the neck. A Champon to take the corner, swings one in. Away by Yaosei. Good play by a Champon. Goes past Mante. Here is a Champon with a cross. Flicked away by Jakasu. Collected by Felix Che. No problems for Medeama to deal with.
He's not fluffing that. He's not going to spill that. Just an easy catch, but a Champon down the left-hand side. Some solo runs there. He's beating his opponent, but no support at all for him.
Prince Owusu for Medeama to Derek Fojo. Owusu cheaply gives the ball away. Foster J hands possession to Medeama. Yaosei. Mubarak Yusuf. GoldStars, interestingly, have gone ahead of Medeama in terms of possession, but it's yielded no positives in terms of goal scoring.
Oh, we all can agree that the most important statistic in football is the scoreline at every time, and that's where Medeama, they are ahead 2-0, and it's quite comfortable for them. A clean sheet as well if the final whistle should go. You know, it gives them what they want heading into the remainder, the last 4 games of the season.
It's Kelvin Nkrumah against Chere. Lovely skill. Kelvin Nkrumah dancing around that GoldStars area. Brings one for Braye. Braye to Prince Owusu. Now Mubarak Yusuf. Too casual from the captain. Now Atakumi is up against Amu Mensah. A chance for them to get one back. Chance for GoldStars. Oh, that's a masterclass tackle from Mubarak Yusuf. He gets a big hug from his goalkeeper. The captain showed up when he was needed most. You lead by example, Mubarak Yusuf, and that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, of course. And you can see that chit-chat among the players over there, just acknowledging that masterclass of defending over there. It was just so easy for him, he had to sprint, but then he kept his eyes on the ball. The awareness to just get back. Amu Mensah was beaten just from nowhere. Gets the job done.
Owusu Fojo. Braye is making the run, but it's well read by Filippo Fori. What, 3 minutes into stoppage time? Clock is fast ticking against the wishes of GoldStars. For Medeama, they want the clock to tick faster than it is doing. And when this done, there will be 5 points on top of the log.
Yeah, that's a lot for them. That's a lot for a team that blew away an 8-point lead at the top of the table. Went 6 games without a win between January and February. It's just a perfect way to bounce back. 2-0 against Wonders here, 4-0 against Kotoko here, and then 2-0 again against GoldStars. They're winning, they're not conceding right before their fans. And those are the numbers you require to win the league. If you really want to make a statement, if you want to rub shoulders with the elites in Africa, then this is what you need to do, and they are already doing that.
Wind to the final seconds of this Western Derby. Medeama looks set to bag maximum points. All eyes on referee Nathan Anafo, who has taken a good look at his watch. Foster J to Michael Nkua. A last-minute opportunity for GoldStars, but it's never happened for them as Medeama take away possession. Here is Fatal Sulemana. Long one, Kingsley Braye shows interest. Headed back by a champion to goalkeeper Kobe. That's the final whistle. Nathan Anafo has brought proceedings to an end, and Medeama have extended their lead on top of the league log. They go 5 points clear on 56 points. GoldStars trail them on 51 with 3 games to go. Medeama are right back in the conversation to be crowned champions of the Premier League for the very second time in their history. Salim Adams, the 2-goal scorer, is the man of the match. He's done it again. He's been the poster boy for Medeama in the last couple of weeks in the Premier League. He's their top scorer, he's their best player, and he's the poster boy who rose to the occasion today. He's made it happen for Medeama. They take that trip to Brecum on Wednesday to play against Brecum Chelsea. GoldStars return to the Downs Park, their fortress, to play host to Samatex. It's been an interesting game that has lived up to expectations. They share the possession at par 50-50 with 24 fouls on the side of GoldStars. 2 yellow cards. Manuel Mante was the Medeama player who got booked after first aid J and Boachitre were booked for BBN GoldStars. Medeama Sporting Club have emerged victorious. They have beaten BBN GoldStars at the TNA. Full time, Medeama Sporting Club 2, BBN GoldStars 0.
Two first-half goals from Salim were enough for Medeama to beat GoldStars, and they have snagged 3 points. It means that Medeama have now opened a 5-point gap between themselves and BBN GoldStars with 4 games remaining in the Ghana Premier League. It is a big win for the Takwa Bay side. But I've been joined by the man who was in charge of BBN GoldStars, NS Ochre. Coach, I mean, you came into this game with the intention of snatching something. What really went wrong in this one?
Oh, football in the first, I said it's 90 minutes game. And whatever comes out of it, you need to accept the results and go and learn of the game. So I would say nothing went on badly. My boys proved indeed we have reformed the team. And that is what it praised me a lot.
Yeah.
It praised me a lot.
Okay. Now with 4 games to go, would you still say that GoldStars would fight for the title? Because it's 5 points between yourself and Medeama who are on top.
Yes, the league is not over because we have 4 matches which they are 5 points away from us. And the 4 matches is for 12 points. It means it's not over until it's over. I said the league, we are playing match upon match, and this is another match which has bypassed. So we need to go back, and Wednesday we need to make amends so that we can close the gap.
Well, let's see what happens on Wednesday, but we wish you the very best. NS Ochre is the assistant coach of Babiani GoldStars. His team actually lost by 2-0. I'll be joined by Ibrahim Tanko, who is the head coach of Medeama shortly. They have won by 2-0, just as they did against Asante Kotoko. They've snatched the win here. Coach, first of all, congratulations. Just as you did against Kotoko, you've won again against GoldStars, who were breathing down your neck. Does it come as a relief?
No, of course, when you beat direct an opponent who is behind you, definitely it's a relief. We are now 5 points ahead and 4 games remaining. We are looking forward.
Now, the second half was a different story. I mean, you couldn't add more goals to it. Was that an instruction that you gave at halftime to slow down the tempo a bit?
No, I think we need the 3 points, and if we are in the game, you are 2-0 ahead, you have to control the game. That's why. Normally, we wanted to score, but I mean, the 3 points is more important.
Title in sight for you, 4 games to go. How do you approach the last 4 games?
No, I think like any other games, definitely the 4 games it's not going to be easy, and we are going to prepare very well. And like I said, 4 games, we want to win the league, so definitely we have to fight.
Well, let's see what happens in the 4 games. You can go and join the party. Ibrahim Tanko, he is the head coach of Medeama. They've won by 2-0 against GoldStars, and they've opened a 5-point gap between themselves. So, most valuable player, Salim Adams, will be joining me shortly, and we'll be talking to him as well. Salim scored 2 goals today, just like he did against Asante Kotoko, where he scored 2 goals, but then they won by 4. This time, they've won by 2-0. He's one person that a lot of players are actually talking about, and a lot of fans actually are also talking about because of his performances these days. Salim, most valuable player, BM, what's Anje? Congratulations, first of all. And again, no, I mean, and then Kotoko, difference when and then we're not tension womb chain Kotoko, no.
Yeah, because so like game where I say final before the final. Yeah, I say game where they are like you may na yeah gukwa. Oh, and yeah, me catch from last 2 weeks. Game here will be a routine as final. It's the man. Yes, you come with.
Of course. Now 2 goals now. Say you free kick. No, you name say Ubejina free kick. What the power na oko for? By then na okele ball.
A friend say, "Omu keep on minute na a friend say Black Galaxies. Enti edi come on him. Send him si bono. To omu na him say me boss shot na si no. I mean call for placement."
Of course. Now there's been calls say you found Black Stars for the World Cup. What's your performance? 11 goals this season. Do you think you actually deserve to be part of the Black Stars? On the one Kasawaya this season.
Bibia depend on coaching, so me them I ready. So from here, like I have to keep consistent. I have to keep working. Me time bar over from.
Of course. Now Salim, 5 points between yourself and GoldStars. League no show Amadi.
Still you have 4 matches to go into. Match after match, you say where you passed. Next game you break tea. I don't know what.
Well, yeah, that's it. Now I can join your party. You know, Salim Adams, he has been voted the most valuable player in today's game, scoring 2 goals in here. I'll be joined by Jeffrey Asari shortly, so that we'll be talking backdrop off. So, I mean, Jeff, in the end, the 2 goals that Salim scored proved very important for Medeama. They've opened a 5-point gap between themselves and GoldStars. It looks like the league title is in sight.
Of course, it's in sight. Splendid performance. Listen, don't take anything out of GoldStars. If you check Richard Cote, Foster J, and then also when Michael Nkoa came and Samuel Champo, you realize that GoldStars started coming strongly, creating a lot of opportunity. By Manuel Mante has proven brilliant, his tackle and interception. And they've been able to manage the game. Well, the most important thing is the 3 valuable points. That takes them to 5-point lead between them and GoldStars. Now what is next is the Wednesday game against Chelsea. That game is very crucial. Whatever they get from that game, either than a loss, if they're able to get a point or win that game, then you can say that by second half of hope, they'll be able to get a needed point. But the Chelsea one is very key, very critical.
Of course. Now let's talk about GoldStars a bit. Are they out of the title race completely, or you still think they have a chance?
Well, I don't think they have a chance. They have a game against Dreams. I mean, away. That is a very difficult game for them. So, yes, you can talk about where you can tell everyone this, but that game against Dreams. But it's all depending on what GoldStars does, what Medeama does, in the game against Chelsea. That game is very crucial. If Medeama avoids a defeat in that particular match, then it's all over for GoldStars.
Of course, Ibrahim Tanko inching closer to the title. The quality of Salim Adams, he was voted the most valuable player. I mean, there's a debate that you need to wade in. Do you think with his performances this season, he actually deserves a shot in the Black Stars?
Oh, of course. I mean, listen, there's no dispute about his intelligence, his brilliance, his vision, his technical ability. Beyond that, he's added, look, this is a midfielder, has added 12 goals to his tally. I mean, and you talk about set pieces, you are going to a major tournament. How many set piece specialists do you have in the national team? You understand me? So when you have Salim Adam in the national team, please, I don't think that will have any issue at all. He deserves it. He's there to call up. He's been brilliant. He's been very consistent with his excellent output match after match. He deserves to be in the national team.
Of course, and that is what Jeffrey Asari is saying, that Salim Adams deserves to be in the national team. But for Medeama, it is a brilliant one for them, winning by 2-0. But there's midweek action, and we'll be bringing you match day 30, a game that was rescheduled, and we'll have BBNU GoldStars actually playing at home against Samatex. Then Medeama will travel all the way to Brecum to face Brecum Chelsea. We'll be bringing you that action on Wednesday, but this is where we call it a wrap here with our coverage from the TNA Stadium. It has been a good game between Medeama and GoldStars. Medeama winning by 2-0 and opening up a 5-point gap between themselves and GoldStars with 4 games to end the season. My name is Mutale Yakubu. Thanks to Jeffrey Asari, who was here to do the analysis, and to our commentators, Nana Dakwajesi and Josiah Okokwe, and to you at home for doing the watching. From us here, the APL crew, we say have a good evening. Let's meet on Wednesday at 3 p.m. as we bring you that big game, Brecum Chelsea against Medeama. Bye for now.